And you actually teach biology up at Columbus?
Yes, I teach at Columbus North.
How long you been doing that?
I went back to teaching 9 years ago, and this is my 6th year at Columbus North.
Okay. And where were you before that?
Before that, I owned my own gym.
Okay.
So, right before Columbus North, I taught at middle school, Central.
Okay. That's also Bartholomew County, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
okay. On that. Yeah, biology is one of those things. I had, my biology teacher was a man named Charles Ellerkamp, and in fact, I've seen him just in the last couple of days. He's been, I'm trying to think, Mr. Ellerkamp, I'm certain he's in his 80s now, but I always remember he was my biology teacher. And he was actually on the first football team they had way back here in Jennings County back in 1947, I think it was. So a good man. But anyway, the gymnastics. Now, like, you're from Hungary.
Yes.
You did gymnastics as a youth, I guess?
Yes, I did through the school system. I was never on the Olympic level, like a couple of my friends. But I went through gymnastics through the elementary school, high school, and the college level.
And your specialty?
Well, we didn't have specialty. Your specialty had to be all around.
Had to be all around,
So,
okay.
Yeah, we didn't have just events.
Now, help me through the men's. Okay, I'm going to say some things, and I'm going to look really foolish, which is good. That's all right, no problem with that. When I think of men's gymnastics, I think of rings, I think of horses, I think of running across the floor and jumping around, and what else?
Yes, well, we have the floor exercise, and then we have the pommel horse.
The pommel horse, that's where they go up, put their hands on it and legs around.
They have the pommels, and they do loops, and they do basically double leg and single leg work. That's the pommel horse, and then we have the rings. We have the P-bars and the high bar.
PR is the parallel bars.
Parallel bars.
Okay, yeah.
And then we have the high bar, and we have the vault, which is now a vaulting table. It used to be a vaulting horse, but it was too narrow, and the technique developed so quick. That
The vault, that's where you run down and you jump on the thing, spring up, and then...
Yes, put the hands on the horse, or now it's a table, and you do the most simple thing is a front handspring, and then you develop things into the pre-flight and into the second flight with different flips.
So talk to me about what age do young men start?
Well, it's good to start about 2-3 years old, just
2 or 3?
yeah, just to do general coordination type of classes, not the actual gymnastics, but at 6 usually they can start to work on equipments, on all these 6 equipments what we mentioned, and it goes till age 18. So the age is 6 through 18.
Tell me about your, now you have a business at Seymour.
Well, we work through Girls Incorporated of Jackson County.
Okay. That's like a girls' club?
Yes,
site?
yes.
Okay, and so now that's either going to chase the guys away, or the guys are all going to start joining. I don't know which. They'll have one reaction or the other.
Looks like we are sticking there now more than a year, so it looks like it's going to work.
Okay, and how often do they meet?
We meet 3 times right now, 3 times a week for 3 hours.
Okay.
And then there is a possibility for open gym on Saturdays from 10 to or 10:30 to noon, which they can come in and they can work on their own things, or they can do things what...
What about if there are people out there who want to participate, but they can only do 1 time a week, something of that nature? Is that possible?
Well, yeah, we work in classes also. We have possibility to take once a week 1 hour class, or even for transition, we take boys for partial practice times. If they don't want to get involved with 3 hours per day, then they can come in like an hour every day just to start, and then transition into the more serious work, because gymnastics does require longer workout times to get up on a higher level.
And then, of course, the obvious question that people will ask would be cost.
Cost is about $100 and $130 a month for team members,
Mhm.
and it's $50 a month for class students. And on top of this, there are meets. We go once or twice a month to meets when the meet season starts. It starts in October and goes through May.
Where do you go? Because I don't know.
We go a lot of out-of-state meets. Last year we went to Michigan, went to Ohio, went to
Anyway, just at different places around, so that's okay.
different places around.
Let me switch over to Jacob, man, because Jacob is, he's jumping up, down, saying, I gotta get on there, I gotta get on. No. Hey, Jacob, you've been doing this since, like, you were a kid.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
That's different.
Now, different is a neutral term. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's talk good and bad.
Good and bad. Well, bad is, you know, injuries come along with it. Injuries come along with anything that you do. But good aspects of gymnastics, it teaches you body awareness, teaches you to spot your body in the air or just know certain things that your body's doing. It'll work different muscles that you probably didn't even know you had.
Yeah, because when I think of gymnastics, I think of, look, we're two guys talking, okay? And guys, you do talk about body image, and with guys, you're supposed to be muscular and masculine and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's always like weird to me, because sometimes you bring up gymnastics. Sometimes around here, people think from a feminine side that they'll think, cheerleading girls and et cetera. There's that stereotype. But really, man, when you see some of these gymnasts out there, they're as muscular and strong as they come.
Yeah.
And that comes from what? Just doing the stuff over and over?
Doing the stuff over and over. Most gymnasts don't even go in and lift weights. They just use their own body weight and just do more repetitions every time.
See, gymnastics to me, and I mean this respectfully, but it's funny in a way, because I'll take the rings. And the rings, but I think of rings as, you know, the backyard swing set, you know, that somebody got when they were 4 years old and they played on until they were 5 and they never went back out, and it's sitting rusting in the backyard. But yet when I see some of these things that these guys do on the rings, particularly at the Olympic level, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
Do you do rings?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Oh, I can't do it quite to that extent. I've started working on some of the iron cross moves and...
What's an iron cross move?
Basically, if you're supporting yourself completely above the rings, you'll just take your arms out to where they're level with your shoulders. So it's basically the equivalent of holding your arms straight out to your side.
And then the rings aren't supposed to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watch that stuff and do you watch America's Got Talent?
Sometimes.
Did you see it? Have you seen the guy that has his wife in the big thing on top of his head and she spins around, and last night she rode a bicycle, and you got no idea what I'm talking about. That's okay.
I've seen it on commercials, but I haven't seen that episode.
I mean, I just watched that last night, and the strength that this person had was just absolutely amazing. So you feel that you gain a lot of strength from gymnastics?
Yeah.
Tell me about the meets.
The meets are, you know, a little different. You have,
Big, a lot of people there?
It varies from meet to meet. It also varies from state to state. But I mean, you usually have 9 to 10 people in 6 groups. So you have a group on each event, and then you usually warm it up, you compete it, and move on. And
so there's like different stations around, things going on simultaneously.
Yeah, so I mean, there's constantly movement, there's constantly something going on.
And you've gotten to know some of these folks from, I assume you go to different meets, you run the same people.
Yeah, I know some people up in Indy, some people in Ohio and Illinois.
I want to make a statement, and I want you to respond to it, okay?
Okay.
When I think of sports out there, there are individual sports, there are team sports. And there are some sports where you've got to beat the other person. That's the idea. We want to score more points than you, okay?
Yeah.
But it seemed like with gymnastics, while you do have the competition with others, it seemed like a lot of the competition just be with yourself, doing better than you've done before and always improving.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Okay.
Most of it is mentally, getting yourself mentally prepared that, okay, I'm always going to do better than I did last time. You're always taking one step forward.
Do you find that through gymnastics, mentally, you have learned how to focus better?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think when I see, we were talking about the vault thing, and that's the thing where the person runs down the track and jumps over something and doesn't twist in the air, or anything. I would think right before you do that, that you've just got to really, really focus.
Yeah. You have to block everything out.